For decades, Sauber was the kind of team that simply survived in Formula One. No glamour. No titles. No real power. While Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull dominated headlines, Sauber lived in the shadows, fighting for points, sponsors, and relevance. But behind the quiet garages and modest expectations, something much bigger was forming. Because Sauber wasn't just surviving. It was waiting. Audi, one of the most powerful names in global automotive history, had made a decision that would shake the sport. After conquering Le Mans. After dominating touring cars. After turning engineering into identity. There was only one mountain left to climb. Formula One. But Audi didn't want a symbolic entry. They wanted control. Infrastructure. A foundation already inside the system. That foundation was Sauber. When the announcement dropped, the Paddock felt it immediately. From 2026 onward, Sauber would no longer be just another midfield team. It would become Audi's official Formula One project, and this wasn't a rebrand. It was a full-scale transformation. New leadership. New departments. New ambitions. Audi wasn't entering F1 to participate. They were entering to win. And that changed everything. Entering Formula One isn't about showing up with a famous logo. It's about surviving a political battlefield. Audi quickly learned that championships aren't won only on track, they're shaped in closed-door meetings, quiet negotiations, and rule interpretations. While public statements were optimistic, internal pressure was relentless. The timeline was brutal. 2026 waits for no one. A brand new power unit program was launched in Germany. Hundreds of engineers were recruited, many taken directly from rival teams. Mercedes. Red Bull powertrains. Ferrari. Every hire sent a message. And every hire raised alarms. Because when a giant enters the game, the established powers push back. Then came the most sensitive decision of all: drivers. Audi needed a face. A leader. Someone who could carry the weight of a brand new empire. A proven veteran? Or a future star to grow with the project? One wrong choice could set the team back years. Meanwhile, inside Sauber, a cultural shock was unfolding. The team that had learned to survive now faced corporate expectations with zero tolerance for excuses. Audi doesn't accept mediocrity. They don't accept improvisation. And they don't accept public failure. But Formula One has a long history of breaking even the strongest ambitions. And Audi was about to find out why. As development accelerated, one uncomfortable truth became clear: Formula One does not forgive newcomers. Internal simulations looked promising until they didn't. Efficiency gains clashed with reliability concerns. Performance targets exposed structural weaknesses. And in Formula One, small problems become global headlines. Inside the team, two worlds began to collide. On one side, German engineering culture, precise, methodical, process-driven. On the other, Formula One reality where decisions must be made in minutes, not months. Sauber knew how to improvise. How to adapt. How to survive chaos. Audi demanded perfection. That difference created tension. Quiet resistance. Hard meetings. Conflicting philosophies. Meanwhile, rivals were watching closely. Mercedes understood every trap of the new regulations. Red Bull had mastered ground effect. Ferrari, chaotic but battle-hardened, had decades of war experience. Then the rumors started. Delays in the power unit. Weight issues. Integration problems between chassis and engine. Nothing confirmed. But enough to create doubt. Because when rumors appear, something is leaking. And the clock kept ticking. Toward the first shakedown. The first real car. The first real judgment. Because in Formula One, belief doesn't matter. Lap time does. Eventually, every project reaches the same moment. No more presentations. No more promises. Only the track. As the new era begins, the Sauber name disappears from the grid. In its place, Audi. A new car. A new engine. A new identity under impossible expectations. When the lights go out for the first time, the world doesn't see a team in development. It sees a verdict. Every mechanical failure becomes a public trial. Every slow lap becomes doubt. Every point scored becomes survival. Audi didn't come to Formula One to blend in. They came to prove something. To prove that structure can beat chaos. That engineering can beat instinct. That a modern project can challenge decades of dominance. But Formula One doesn't respect logic. It respects results. Victories may not come immediately. Podiums may take time. Titles may feel distant. But failure is not allowed. History is full of manufacturers that entered proudly and left quietly. But it's also full of revolutions. Red Bull was doubted. Mercedes was underestimated. Now, Audi writes its own chapter. Sauber survived for decades. Audi came to challenge the system. And when people ask, years from now, when it all began, the answer will be simple: it began when Audi decided Formula One wasn't a risk but a war worth fighting.